violence.
Oh man, Franken Mountain is one tough son of a gun. Look, welcome Game of Thrones fans. This is the Campfire Crew. We're here to talk about Season 6, Episode 8, No One. We've got 6 moments that I want to talk about to break down this episode. But before we jump into them, make sure to drop a like on this video. It really helps out the channel. But let's go ahead and jump into this. Moment number 1. Arya hooks up with Lady Crane, the actress which she did not kill. Man, did this just crush hopes and dreams and theories all over the internet. Man, the internet was running amok with wild theories and accusations and everything else. And they were actually pretty good. They was interesting. I was intrigued to see where this was going to go. Yeah, there was Arya was the Waif. The Waif was really Arya. The Waif was jocking. Like, there was just crazy stuff. Like, maybe he found another chick. There was one that was quite interesting where Arya and the Waif was like Fight Club style, where she was like an internal battle with herself, projecting an image. Nobody else could see the Waif. Just, you know, weird stuff like that. Nope. None of that. Nope. Arya was really just carelessly walking around Bravos. Didn't recognize the face, which she had seen before, I might add. Gets stabbed in the belly, runs off. Goes to Lady Crane. It's as simple as that. I don't really mind it. I don't know if it was the buildup from the internet that made us, you know, want to see all this other stuff, but it was basically that's what it was. So cut scene, let's move on to moment number 2. The Hound. Goes Jason straight Friday the 13th mode on these dudes with that axe. It was awesome, okay? It was a great scene. I don't know what these dudes were doing. They were touching each other's butthole.
And you jam it right up her bunghole.
Literally stuck his finger in another man's butthole.
And you jam it right up her bunghole.
You know they dirty, man. You know they ain't been showering and nothing like that. It was nasty. It was gross. And for that alone, they need to have their heads chopped off. But it was great. They got scared. One dude tries to run off, and you just see the Hound walking up. He's kind of blurry, and then you turn around. Could you imagine you see a dude, his face is all burnt up, looking like Freddy Krueger. He got an axe, and then he just guts him. I was glad because we got some Game of Thrones stuff that way. Just a little bit of blood, some fighting going on. The Hound, hey, good job chopping wood for all that time, buddy, because it really paid off, man. He knows how to handle that axe. Loved it. Let's move on to moment number 3. The Mountain. While his brother's doing Friday the 13th, he's doing Mortal Kombat.
Finish him!
Absolutely destroys that guy. Rips his head off with his spine attached. Loved it. Can we just take a moment and give a round of applause to the Clegane boys? I mean, without them, they were the saving grace for this episode on what I thought was an overall disappointing, anticlimactic episode, and we'll get into those moments in a minute. But if it wasn't for these two boys going in like they did, this episode for me would have been a bore. So thank you to the Mountain and the Hound for keeping this episode interesting. They handled their business. Now, let's go ahead and break down the scene with Cersei, the Mountain, and the High Sparrow's minions. Cersei had had enough. Okay, she was done. They come in commanding, like the High Sparrow commands you. He had this smirk on his face. You know it just burnt Cersei up, right? And so she acted kind of hastily. And she was just like, I choose violence. Look, we knew this scene was coming. We'd seen it in the trailer. I'm glad we finally got to see it actually take place. I thought the way it was in the trailer, like I thought it was going to be some big battle and the Mountain was just going to destroy everybody. Turns out he just ripped off that one dude's head. So we kind of got, you know, some foreplay in this whole episode. Again, with the Hound and them, we got a little action, but Cersei wasn't having it. She wasn't hearing none of it. She sends him on attack mode, and I can't help that was a direct reflection of what happens next. So let's move into moment number 4. Trial by combat is denied.
Trial by combat will be forbidden throughout the 7 kingdoms.
Tommen, her own son, basically kind of sentenced her to death. That's what I feel like. He just gets away with trial by combat, just voids it, says we're not doing it no more. Cersei, you're going to have to stand trial the regular way. You know, you can't use the Mountain to get you out. And she's crushed. She's heartbroken. Like that was her ace in the hole. And I think she played her ace a little soon. I don't know if they had already planned on doing that as far as the High Sparrow, you know, making this effect come in, because Tommen, his hooks are deep. He got hooks deep into him, boy. He's on a string. The High Sparrow, he running the religious side of it. He's running the kingdom. He got it under control. But Cersei created this whole mess. So I'm not really sure who to root for, because you want to see the High Sparrow get his. He's such a punk, right? But Cersei's been evil this whole time, so it's not like I exactly feel sorry or pity for her. She brought this whole mess upon herself, right? She's the one that gave the High Sparrow all this stuff, trying to make a power play, and it come back and bit her real hard. Not sure how that's going to play out. Oh, Kilburn makes a comment about, are the rumors true? Yes, the rumors are true, and much more. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be doing a video about that tomorrow, about what I believe those rumors are to be, okay? Anyway, let's move on to moment number 5. Edmure forces the BlackFish to surrender. All right, anticlimactic moment number 1 really is, they did this build up, you know, they talk about the BlackFish, they kind of build up his reputation. They had that nice scene with him and Jaime. He's kind of talking smack, like, come and take it. He took it all right, just with no force, no arrows, no sword, no nothing. Just dipped out. I do, however, like the exchange between Jaime and Edmure. In the tent right there, they're talking about Lady Stark. It was a good back and forth. I did kind of enjoy it. And for us as the audience at Edmure, I think the point come where Jaime just builds up about love and what mothers do for their children, and he was just like, I love Cersei.
I love Cersei.
You can smirk, sneer, say whatever you want, but that's the truth. And people start wars for less. Like, I'm here. Okay? And I think Edmure knew at that moment that no matter what, if we thought Jaime had it didn't matter. Jaime was there. He was going to take that castle, even if he lose his army to do it.
And to get back to her, I have to take River Run.
It was going to happen. Edmure was expendable. He was going to die.
Because you don't matter to me, Lord Edmure.
I don't necessarily believe that he got all sentimental about a son that he had never met, a wife he met one time. But at any rate, in his situation, why not do the same thing? I mean, his uncle's already sentenced him to death. He's been held captive for years, so why not be like, you know what? I'll take my castle back. Lannister, y'all can have it. I might as well team up. The war's over. Whatever. The problem I have was BlackFish goes down without a fight. He says, yo, I haven't had a good sword fight in years. I'll probably make a fool of myself. Can we see it? Can we see the sword fight, please? Can I see some kind of sword fight? Y'all done had this castle, you done built up. You're supposed to be some tough guy, and I'm sure when he went down, noble or whatever, but we didn't get to see it. Just some soldier coming up saying BlackFish died.
He died fighting my lord.
That was disappointing, actually. Whatever. Nice little exchange between Bran and Jaime. She gets in the boat, she goes off. Looks like Sansa's not getting her army from BlackFish, but we all know the veil, I assume, is going to be popping up next episode, maybe towards the end of that battle. But anyway, that's that. Let's move on to moment number 6. Arya and the Waif showdown in the dark, where we can't see. Man, this was the disappointing fact. I can get by the BlackFish. Everything in this episode was just fine. This moment right here just bothered me. She's running through the street, and then they finally meet up, right? We've been building up Arya for so long, even since she picked up that first wooden sword with Syrio Forel, right? Learning how to fight. She gets Needle. I'm like, oh, it's about to go down. The conflict between the Waif and Arya has been going on. The Waif been smacking Arya around forever. Arya's learned how to fight blind. I mean, like, there's been some nice build-up, and I could not wait to see this conflict take place. And we don't see it. We just see her face cut off. That was kind of dope, though. Arya was like, motherfucker, I'm taking your face. I'm gonna put it up here on this pedestal here. So I did like that, but I don't like that we didn't get to see it. I mean, she went turn off the lights and handled business. Man. How are they not going to show the fight, right? Anyway, those are kind of my moments. I do want to touch on real quick, Marine. I'm ready for that to be done. Okay, I'm almost sick of seeing Marine. They did have a nice scene with Tyrion. You know, he's telling jokes, he's trying to loosen up. Look, they're getting attacked. That was kind of dope. I was like, hey, this is exciting. Here come the slave masters. They're coming back to take the city over. And then you hear the dragon land on the roof. We kind of knew, well, I assumed it was going to be her. We're just waiting for her to come back. But we don't get to see the dragon. She comes in. I don't even know if she says anything. They bow, and then, you know, we switch over to that scene. I'm ready for that to wrap up. I wanted hopefully this next episode, man, it better crush. The past couple episodes have been kind of mild. There's been promising. There's been light here and there. There's been some good stuff. But, you know, this next episode, 9 and 10, are probably going to blow the roof off. I mean, I'm telling you, everything is going to come ahead at once. And I can't wait to at least see that. So, guys, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because I am going to be talking about the rumor, and I am going to be talking about the Brotherhood Without Banners and their purpose, the reason for that guy still being alive and for the Hound being around and whatnot. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, we out.